Hello, today we're going to be working on the first violin part for Fire in the Bow by Brian Balmages. This is a really fun and driving piece. You really get your bow moving in this one, and it uses a finger pattern which might be kind of new to you. This piece is in the key of D minor, so it's got one flat in the key signature, and so we play that usually with the low first finger on the A string. So just stretch that first finger back closer to the scroll. So normal first finger is right here. And then you just move it back. And we call that low one, and they go ahead and give us an L1 to remind us to do that. You'll notice that there's also a lot of E flats marked in as accidental. So although you do not have the E flat in the key signature, there are a lot of E flats marked in. And when you have a flat marked in, or a sharp or a natural as an accidental, it's always effective until the next bar line. So you don't have to put it on every single note of that pitch, just the first one, and then you remember you continue playing that note for the rest of the measure. And then if they still want it in the next measure, they would need to write it again. Couple of things to point out for us. First of all, look at the L1s, and there's some L2s, that is a low second finger, which is, for example, C natural. So low first and then low second is a whole step above low first finger, and so just make sure that you're being careful of the finger pattern, and then you also have a whole step to third finger. Watch out for the when you get to the bottom of the first page, measure 27. There is an E natural marked in with a courtesy accidental, so that one would actually not be E flat, but you've played so many E flats already that they just remind you that it is actually E natural. So that is a high second finger, or regular second fingers. So you don't have to go low for that one. That measure and the following measure. And watch out also for, we do have some F sharps, so that's high second finger, measure 35 and 36, they do remind you of that, and then first finger on the E string, F sharp, and measure 40 marked in as an accidental. Otherwise it would be low one for the first finger on the E string. There are a few double stops starting in measure 41, and with those ones you just go ahead and play both strings at the same time. And most of those are playing a third finger on one string plus the open string below it. So that would make an octave, and you can use the open string to tune the third finger note. That's the case at 41 through 44, also at 47. When you get to 55, you've got some fingered notes on the lower string while you play the open string on the higher string. So you need to make sure that your fingers are nice and curved and that they are not touching the E string while you play the notes on the A string. And then also remember your finger patterns on those notes. So this piece is a lot of fun. The other, let's see, watch out for the dynamics, and there's a couple of spots where they tell you to play at the tip, so they mean the upper part of the bow. Otherwise, you want to play fairly aggressively in this one, and use plenty of bow, especially where you have those accents. So let's give it a go. Now, Smart Music has the tempo of 150 beats per minute in this one, but you'll notice in your part it says quarter note is 144. So it is acceptable to practice it a little bit slower than the Smart Music tempo. However, if you do change the tempo in Smart Music, you're going to get some distortion of the sound, so it might not sound its best. I'm going to go ahead and play this at the Smart Music tempo of 150 beats per minute. All right, I hope you enjoy working on this piece. It is a lot of fun, and really make sure that you're making sure to use plenty of bow and playing rather aggressively when you play it. Good luck and happy practicing.